who do you want in your kitchen on game day? Welcome to this episode of Jen Heasley's Cooking with the Pros, and this is my Winter Olympic episode, and I have this beautiful young woman, she's a woman, Jessie Gaines, and she's actually going to be competing, hopefully soon, in the Summer Olympics. She is an up-and-coming Olympic athlete, and she's a track girl, so that makes me very happy. So when Jessie comes on set with me, we're going to prepare together an amazing international theme, because we just want to go with Russia. We want to go across the span, across the world. So we are making some Caribbean shrimp and rice. We're going to make some French bread pizza and some Swedish meatballs. And to acknowledge that the games are in Russia, we'll do a vodka drink, which would be normal. So what I've started for our shrimp, I sauteed off my shrimp. You want to take your shrimp and you want to saute them in some butter. And you want to cook them maybe 2/3 way through so they're not completely done, slightly pink. And then we're going to throw them back into our pepper, garlic, onion mixture. So I have some red pepper, some yellow pepper, some green pepper, some orange pepper. I'm sauteing those down, and I'm sauteing down also my onion and some garlic. And then what I'm adding, I have some roasted red peppers and tomatoes together. That's how we create our sauce. And I'm going to throw in some green chilies. And I've made my rice. Now, how did I make my rice? I made my rice using the shells from my shrimp. So my shrimp, I deveined and cleaned, pulled them off, and then you take the shells and you boil them in water and some Old Bay, and you would get this amazing broth. And that's how you would do any kind of stock, but it's incredible when you actually put the rice in. It gives it a whole new flavor. So we're going to cook this down. So I have my peppers in here, my onion, my garlic. I'm going to cook this down and reduce it down. You want all the sauce to be pulled out, and then we're going to top our shrimp with this, and then we're going to throw our rice in, and it'll be this amazing presentation. So in a few minutes, my woman, not my girl, but she's a woman, Jessie, is going to be on set with me. She's a beautiful woman, and we are going to cook together and talk Olympics, track, my favorite thing. So I'll be right back with Jessie, Jen Heasley's Cooking with the Pros. I've been playing sports and cooking food my entire life. Now I want to take you on an incredible journey to meet some outstanding athletes, try some awesome recipes with a side of tantalizing conversation. I'm Jen Heasley. This is Jen Heasley's Cooking with the Pros. So, who do you want in your kitchen on game day? I'm here with my, I think, amazing Olympic show. And I'm wearing my Ford hat because my friends and family at Heasley Ford Lincoln in York, Pennsylvania have sponsored the show. And so if you know me personally, you know I'm going to go to a tailgate, to a party with a baseball hat. So hence me representing my friends. So thank you, Terry, and all of his staff. In a few minutes, we talked about this, my girl Jessie is coming back on, and we're going to focus on the Olympic theme. Now Jessie, she's a track girl, so it means Summer Olympics, but we're going to focus on the Winter Olympics. So when you see Jessie in a few minutes, what I love about Jessie is she has the energy of a young person that's not just actively involved with her sport, but she loves so much everything about what she does. There's an energy that she has. You'll see that. You'll feel her energy. You'll see that Jessie is an amazing, beautiful woman. She's in New York, going to school, and she's done so much. When I was young, I would watch the Winter Olympics, the summer, whether it didn't matter. I would watch them. I was so driven to see the passion that people had behind them, and it really cultivated my desire to be, I guess, maybe a better athlete, and she has that in her. So Jessie is great. I love her. She's amazing. She's spirited. She's joyful, and you'll see in a few minutes how amazing she is. So I'm Jen Heasley, and when we come back, you'll see our international spread. You will love it, and you will see this great girl. She's amazing. So I'm Jen Heasley, Cooking with the Pros, and we'll be right back. So, welcome back to my Olympic episode, and I'm here with Jessie Gaines.
Hi.
I love Jessie. This is my girl. This is my girl right here. So Jessie is here, and we are making our international theme, as you know.
Yes.
She is working on our pepper, onion, tomato mixture for our shrimp.
Yes.
It smells amazing, doesn't it?
It does.
Smells
I'm
amazing.
so excited.
And she actually likes cooking, but she enjoys eating more. There you go. That's what matters. So what's going to happen is you're going to throw the shrimp in.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the shrimp. She's going to throw the shrimp in, and we're going to top it with a little bit of cilantro. So you're going to chop with some fresh cilantro. We're done. And then we're going to do our presentation with our rice in the middle. Okay, there you go. Okay, just go ahead. Throw it in. I know, throw it in. It's okay. Your hands are clean. You are.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. And we always make sure between, especially with like any kind of seafood, chicken, you always wash your hands in between. You don't want to cross-contaminate. And what I'm doing now is I've worked on my roux for our Swedish meatballs. And she smells them and she does.
Yes.
This is amazing.
They smell so spicy and good.
So I I cooked off some bacon and then I made the roux. So when you do a roux, you throw in some butter and then you throw the flour and that's how you create your roux.
Okay.
Okay? So yeah, stir it around. So we're gonna let the shrimp cook. We cooked it going into it. So it's probably about another minute for Jessie to cook off the shrimp and then we'll put our rice together to create the presentation. So Jessie, let's get to you. And what do you do?
I am a long jumper, a hurdler, and a short sprinter. It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on. Talk about the Olympic trials, though. I mean, talk about like you're
Olympic
in New
trials.
York.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm training in New York. I'm actually currently living in Brooklyn, so I go commute to the Armory every day up on 168th Street to train and to train myself and to train others, and so on the whole, just help the whole track thing move forward for me and everybody else.
So for young kids, though.
Yes.
Explain that. It's for young kids.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not just her. She's training with young children as well.
I have high school girls too that I also train from the ages of 13 to 17, 18.
Really?
So yeah, it's exciting and they're excited and it's just all of exciting things.
It's exciting. So talk about the opportunity of going to the Olympic trials. And I mean, that's a whole other level of like, I don't even know what that means.
It wasn't so much of going there as much as it was competing with those girls like that I've been seeing for most of my life because they're all older than me now. And it was a rush, but it was like an excited rush. Like, like I'm ready for this.
Was it surreal? Was it surreal? Okay,
it was. When I got there, it was very surreal. Yeah. Like, I couldn't believe I was doing it. But then when the competition started and, the long jump got underway, I was like...
Then it got real. It wasn't surreal. It got real.
Yes. I was like, I'm ready. I'm so ready. Like, it was so fun. Like, I'm really appreciative for the experience, and I can't wait to go back.
Okay, but you put the work in, babe. It's not like but you put the work in, so that's good.
I don't know. I don't always think about it as like the work aspect. I've been working so hard so long that sometimes you don't really think about like how much you're really working.
You did appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, very much so.
All right. So what we're going to do now? All right. So Jess has done our shrimp. We're going to do the presentation part. So you want to take our rice that we cooked off earlier, and we're going to put it in this bowl, and you pack it down in real tight. It's a lot of rice, and it's all about presentation. You pack it in real tight, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put the shrimp mixture around it. Because this is family style. Like when you have parties, sometimes you individualize things, but when your guests come over, you want to have a presentation that people are, excited about.
They're like, ooh, that looks good.
Exactly. It's all about, ooh, that looks good. And you'll see that Jess and I are wearing our beautiful beads. They're to represent gold and silver. She feels they look a little lime green, but they're gold and silver, representing
lime green. Sorry.
Gold and silver for the Olympic medals. So what would it mean if you actually had the opportunity to go to the Olympics? Like, what would that mean? I don't know what it would mean, but like how?
I'm going to jump and run.
You're horrible.
I'll smile for the camera, hey.
Exactly.
But I'm there to compete and I'm there to win. I'm not really there for the other stuff. I mean, the perks are great.
Right.
Not going to
it's all
turn
about
that
the
down
competition.
at all, but exactly.
Down and dirty. There you go. All right, so we pack it in. You see that? We're going to pack it in nice and tight like that. Now, you hope for the best in a situation like this. You hope that it's going to pull out. So there we go. So essentially, you just want to, put it on this as such.
Okay.
Help me out, sis. Help me out. Help me out. There we go.
Yay!
Yay. Look how lovely. And then, look at that together. And now we're going to throw on our rice and shrimp, our shrimp and tomatoes and peppers and
everything that's yummy.
Everything that's yummy. Look at that. I'm going to pass it on. We're going to sit down and you pass it on. I'll explain. No, you keep going. You keep putting this on, and I'll talk about our sauce. So when Jess and I come back, we're going to do some Swedish meatballs. We talked about the roux, and what I did for our sauce is I've added some heavy cream. I'm going to add more heavy cream. And some sour cream. Have you ever had Swedish meatballs?
No.
No. But you like meatballs. We talked about that.
I do, yes.
So a Swedish meatball is not obviously with the Italian meatball. You go with, obviously the onion, the garlic, This is not. With my meat, I have some ground beef and some ground sausage, and I just put salt and pepper. And with the stock, though, and a bacon, and a half pound of bacon. You have to have the bacon.
Yes, you have to have bacon. Always have to have bacon.
So we put the bacon in, and then we made the roux. So we took the bacon, fat, and we put in some butter, and then we started the roux with some flour. And now I've added in some sour cream and some heavy cream. And that's how you make your sauce for a Swedish meatball.
It looks like a cookies and cream mixture.
It looks like cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream a little bit.
Heavy cream to go into it. So when you go back, obviously you have a little break right now. So when you go back to train, what do you do when you train?
When I train, I'm working on jumps, or I'm training for hurdles, or I'm training for sprints, or I'm lifting, or I'm running for speeders.
So you're working nonstop, exactly.
All nonstop, all week. It's like something new every day. But I love it, like I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Because, track training is a little bit different than other sports, and we can talk about that when we come back, but track training is different.
It does.
Whenever you're cooking, it's really important not to splash things on you, as I said. So I've added some heavy cream, so when I come back, we're going to show you how to finalize our Swedish meatballs, this great shrimp. It'll be me, Jessie, Olympics, and we will be right back. So, Jessie and I are back.
Yes.
Jessie is chopping up the cilantro as our final garnish, if you will, for our shrimp and rice dish.
Yes, it's done. It's done.
She's done. She's done an amazing job chopping. So pull it down to sprinkle some cilantro on. And what I'm doing, I'm finding our roux for a Swedish meatball mixture here. So again, with the roux, Jessie, you want to make sure that I fried off some bacon, a half pound of bacon. I chopped it up, and that went into the meatballs. And I used that as the base of our roux. And I threw some butter in, and then flour, and that's how you create a roux. So, to top off the roux, I threw in some sour cream. You're going to throw in about a cup of sour cream and a half cup of heavy cream. And that's how you get this really...
delicious...
It looks rich, right?
It does.
It looks rich. Okay. So for the meatballs. So we have that. So for the meatballs, which I baked off. A Swedish meatball, you don't do like an Italian meatball. You just do regular. I have ground beef and pork, some onion, some garlic, and some pepper in. That's it.
They smell amazing.
So I'm going to throw this back into the sauce. So you bake them at 350 for about 20 minutes. And then you put them back in the sauce. And you let the sauce, obviously, kind of marinate, kind of get in there. And it's amazing. All right, so Jessie and I are now on our international theme, work on our French bread pizza. So Jessie is going to start chopping up some zucchini.
Yay.
For the vegetable French bread pizza. I don't eat that, but for those who like vegetables, that's awesome. All right, so Jessie, as you move forward and you talk about Olympics, are you a Winter Olympic fan?
A little bit,
Do you like ice skating?
Well, I do. I always like the ice skating. Well, I'm the girly me for the outfits.
The girl. Oh, you like the
For the outfits, I'm like, oh yes, skate and jump and woo.
See,
I love it.
So, I like the luge. No, I like the what is the event where they do?
Don't know.
Okay. Curling, it's curling. I like the curling when they're on the ice and the little thing goes across. It's very good. I like the curling, but my daughters love the ice skating, so that's like the biggest thing. But moving forward, when you train, track athletes actually train where some of the luge trainers do in New York. Have you ever been there?
No, I've trained in the Harlem Armory on 168th Street.
168th Street. So, but you can understand how a track athlete could be comparable to a luge athlete.
Of course.
Obviously, speed.
Yeah.
So,
it's a lot of speed involved. Too much.
So, but at the end of the day, when you do your training, we talked about your weightlifting, we talked about all of that, but I don't think that people really understand what it means to be a track athlete. They think there's a lot of running involved. Is it really a lot of running involved?
Sometimes, depending on what your events are, it can be. But
as far as distance, as a jumper, a sprinter, hurdler.
As far as if you're a multi, like me, and you're doing the long, the triple, or the hurdles, then you're more so focusing on technique and getting form right and get it's so much in-depth detail in how your technique is.
Exactly.
Yeah, that it's incredible. It's crazy. It takes a lot of concentration, but I mean, after a while, just like anything else, you know, it becomes
habit,
muscle memory.
Exactly, muscle memory. There you go, muscle memory. All right, so Jessie is working on our zucchini for our French bread pizza. So Jessie, we have just some basically French bread we've cut in half, and when you do this international party, you want to have like a gamut of things you can use to make your pizza. So we have the zucchini, so we'll do a vegetable zucchini. I have pepperoni, I have mozzarella, I have olives, we have
peppers.
We have peppers, we have mushrooms. And what did we learn about the mushrooms and peppers?
That
we can microwave
them.
We can microwave. If you're going to build a pizza with vegetables, you can microwave them or saute them, and it basically softens them. So if you don't want to go through the process of putting them on the stove to saute, throw them in the microwave, you soften them, and it's great. And we have sausage, we have all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
So that's how you build your French bread pizza. So while Jessie's working on that, I'm going to show you. So here we have our French bread. It looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
It does. So I'm going to build a couple. I'm going to start with some marinara. If you want to do like a white pizza, you would use ricotta, you would use mozzarella, and then you probably throw the vegetables on that. Or maybe somebody wants to have a French bread pizza with the marinara either way. So you mix and match. All right, so as you move forward, honey, talk to me. I know you actually, your degree is in
media arts.
Media arts.
I'm getting a media arts degree. I'm actually working on my graduate degree now, focusing on screenwriting and graphic design. My undergrad was in TV and film production, and hopefully someday,
after the Olympics, because she will be
after the Olympics, yes, after the next Olympics, or before, I don't mind. But you know, I would like to definitely start acting, definitely start getting some of my scripts out there. You know, just really start
and
working.
some recipes after today. There'll be some recipes that she throws in the world.
Yes, definitely cook more.
You like cooking though.
More creatively, definitely after today.
All right, so what are you and I gonna do? We're gonna build. Do you want a veggie pizza with some marinara, or do you want it with the ricotta?
The ricotta.
The ricotta? You want that? Okay.
Yes, the ricotta.
All right, so we're gonna build these, and when Jessie and I come back, we're gonna talk about the way that you make a whole Olympic party meal, skate, festive, and you always should have a drink at a party.
Always, yes. This is very important.
Well, I'm sorry. You don't always. You can have a non-alcoholic drink at the party. But
well, for the people who are feeling
feeling festive. So when we come back, we're going to talk about our drink. We're going to talk about our pizzas, and we're going to talk about, as Jessie moves forward, how you would encourage other people to pursue their dreams.
Definitely.
And what it means to get yourself out there and be cognizant of being an athlete and pushing yourself forward, because you work with these children.
Yes.
And you encourage them to be athletes.
Every day.
So when we come back, that's what Jessie and I will focus on. So we're focused on our pizzas, our Swedish meatballs, our drink, and pursuing the Olympic dream, because everyone wants that. Well,
most people, I would think, that are going for it.
Right.
They're doing it.
Most people want it. I would like to have it, but so Jessie and I will be back in a minute. So Jen Heasley's Cooking with Pros. I'm with Jessie Gaines, and we'll be right back. So we're back with our international spread.
Yes, it looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful. So in a minute, we're going to put this in the oven. So we have Jessie's, what is this, honey?
This is loaded with vegetables. And
so we have our vegetable pizza. And then we have some olives. Then we have what will be like a white pizza, but we have some marinara on the bottom. And then we have like
the meat and veggie.
And
loaded cheese, everything. And we have our shrimp, and we have our Swedish meatballs. Yes. So for our whole Olympic theme. So what Jessie and I are going to do right now is we're going to make our Olympic drink. She has her sophisticated champagne here. I don't drink vodka.
Moscato. And I have, so for your Olympic drink, you have your lifesavers. Isn't that cute?
Yes, it's adorable.
It's very cute. So she does not like the vodka with the peach schnapps and the cranberry. So we're going to do 2 drinks.
Yes.
So you go ahead and pop your bottle.
Oh, let's hold
on. And there's no fizz, so she's good. So I have, so Important. So if you want to do, the drink is like basically a Cape Cod. So Cape Cod is typically cranberry juice and vodka, but I'm throwing in some peach schnapps to sweeten it up.
Okay.
So when your guests come over, it's cool. It's a cool look. You have the, you know, lifesavers. You have the peach schnapps. You have the vodka. You have the cranberry. Mm-hmm. You taste it now. See the effervescence that you get off of it? Mm. All right, so Jessie, as we move forward.
It's fruity.
So when you think about game day, who do you want in your kitchen on game day, Jessie?
I want Jenny's.
This is my new girl, so wish Jessie well. Olympics.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Yes.